There are so many firsts, lasts, and in-betweens. We're certainly not the last class to get a smile and a kiss from Bruiser walking across campus. We are never going to be the last class to begin our college careers by serving our local community and pursuing our passions. Above all else, come hell or high water, we will never be the last class to come to Adrian College and find a motivated and supportive community of students, faculty, and staff, and leave with the skills and tools needed to be inspiring industry leaders and professionals with high hopes and dreams for our bright futures ahead. The people and the experiences that we are most grateful for are the ones that will continue us on this upward path for the rest of our lives. In the spirit of gratitude, thank you to my fellow classmates for being a part of this community with me. Whether we spent most of these moments together or barely crossed paths, you contributed your gifts and talents to continue the legacy of this incredible community. Thank you for prioritizing the preservation of the Adrian College experience and for continually seeking to develop the institution's ability to develop both the knowledge in our heads and the care in our hearts.
Thank you to the roommates, friends, teammates, and peers who, although we have only known each other for 4 years, it seems impossible to think about being surrounded by anyone else in the coming weeks. We celebrated each other's accomplishments, became each other's biggest cheerleaders, and never let each other struggle alone. College has been called the most formative years of our lives, but I can say for certain that these last 4 years have included both the most amazing and most difficult moments of my life. One constant, however, is the support of my friends through it all. It is impossible to thank everyone who makes up our AC family. Together, you have each played an integral role in helping us achieve this momentous milestone.
And you be proud to be a graduate of Adrian College. It's a good day to be a Bulldog. Thank you, and congratulations to the class of 2023.
Today's students on the threshold of a magical time in your life, a time of significant growth and introspection, self-awareness, challenge, and opportunity. A time when you will always look back at and say, you know what? Those were incredibly special years. Never experienced before I arrived and never replicated after you leave college.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome here to Docking Stadium, where tonight the Adrian College Bulldogs will be facing off against the Albion College Britons. I am your host, Dakota Schneider, joined here with my colleague, Connor Shelb. How are you doing tonight, Connor?
Good, how are yourself?
I'm good. What are you expecting here for tonight?
I'm expecting a big showdown between the Albion and Adrian. Both teams have a very even record, somewhat. I think it's going to be up to the midfield and defense to protect this against the Albion College Britons.
Alrighty. Well, as I'm sure you can see on screen, tonight is our Pink Out for breast cancer awareness, so we do want to put out our condolences for any of those who have lost loved ones to that awful disease, but also want to celebrate those who have survived it. So thank you all out there as we get ready for the kickoff. Very ecstatic crowd we have here, Connor.
Yes, it is. It's going to be number 5, Abby Rose, kicking it off for Albion.
And it's off. Getting dropped back to the midfield for the Brits. Britons taking their time, waiting for any opposition errors. Starting to make their way up down the field, left side towards Adrian goal. It's going to be sent out of bounds for Adrian throw in. Taking their time. Very long throw by the Bulldogs. With the ball right now is Kelsey Zoli. Making her charge, getting it high up in the air. And it's going to be blocked by the Britons to go outside of bounds for the first goal kick of the evening. Tonight's goalkeeper for the Britons is Romy Notchke. It's going to be sent in. Britons taking their time, lots of back and forth. Now moving up past the offense. About at midfield now. Ball's now being taken by Rianne Locke. She passes it up. Avery Campbell now taking it forward left side. Getting into the goal box now. She gets sent to the ground. And that's going to be a foul. Luckily for the Bulldogs, just outside of that goal box. What'd you see there, Connor?
I saw all ball there. I don't know how that was a foul, but luckily it wasn't in the penalty box for Albion to get the PK.
Several walls being somewhat set up, very spread out here, trying to cover as many women as they can. There's the whistle. And it's just going to be out.
It's going to be a goal kick. That's what the ref's saying.
Great cross there by Abby O'Connell. Just not able to get her get the connection made. Here's the replay. Just barely getting out of bounds by the receiver. Couldn't quite see who that was. But great placement there.
Now it's going to be Gabri Revels for the kick.
Britain's trying to spread themselves out. Pass is going to be blocked by Anna Marie Fosmoen. Bulldogs lose possession, but gain it back real quick.
Nice passing by Adrian.
Sydney Anderson loses it. Avery Kasonic now trying to make her way, but that's going to be a goal kick for the Bulldogs. Gabrielle Fallon Revels in the goal box for the Bulldogs this evening. She's getting a good run start at this. Here's the kick. It's going to be headed by the Britons. Britons lose possession of it. Get sent up, but they take it right back. Swarming of the Bulldogs trying to get possession. They send it up to midfield. Ball's not quite able to get to Riley Mulgrabi. Fosmoen rushing for possession before it gets out of bounds. And it's going to ricochet right off of her. Britton throw-in. Throw-in will be taken by Kasnick. Pardon me, Kasnick.
Zoli going up line.
Getting a little swarmed. She's taking space. Great pass by Zoli, but just deflected.
She was looking for Dake there.
I believe that block was by Quinn Notchke. Thrown for the Bulldogs, headed, sent into the Britons. It's going to be sent out of bounds. Bulldog throw in.
Throw is going to be taken in by Sydney Anderson.
Just goes over the head of a Bulldog and a Briton. Back over to Anderson. She sends it high. Lots of air balls back and forth. Bulldogs manage to stay with it. Now being taken down by Caitlin Drake, pardon me. Drake trying to cross as many of the defensive women as she can, but it gets taken away. Sent down to midfield. There's a breakaway chance for the Britons. She's taking it down. Being pressured by Victoria Pylon. Sent to the middle, and it's going to be booted out of there. Sydney Anderson with the boot. And that's going to be a foul against the Britons. What do you think about that call, Connor?
I think that was the right call there by the ref. It's going to be about at the 32-yard line.
I think that Albion players lucky to not be carded for that. That was a very big body there.
Yes, it was. You don't see many cards on collegiate play.
That's very true. I believe that was Tegan Bergeron who was knocked down and took the kick. And that's going to be sent out for a Bulldog throw-in just about 15 yards away from the Britain goal. Very low throw-in being sent around. Not much space being taken by the Bulldogs. And that's going to stay a Bulldog throw-in. Sent into a very large crowd comprised of Britons and Bulldogs. That ball's going to stay in, being sent to midfield. Bergeron sends it over to Anderson. She gets it taken away.
Handball by Britons.
I think even if the referees were here, we'd still know where the fouls are based on the performance tonight, based on the crowd.
Yep, I agree with you.
Always love it when the Bulldogs come out to support each other. Kick taken by Anderson. Pardon me, Bergeron. Bulldog throw-in.
Huber's going to be taking that throw-in.
Huber again. Send it to the middle.
Looks up line to Jeske.
Bergeron sends it up.
And that's going to be a foul there. A little push behind.
Josie Huber, the one being knocked down. Huber again with the kick. I've lost track of how many fouls have been called tonight, Connor.
Yeah, I don't know. At least 3.
Being sent, gets past the Britain defense.
Because they're going to send that one to the keeper.
Luckily, Natchke was there to receive it. She's calling for her players to go forward. Large boot to midfield. Being sent high up by Anderson. Zoli now moving her way forward, looking for a pass. Not able to take one, keeps moving forward. Gets it past the defense.
Now sends it to Holman.
Shot, and that's going to be just caught by Natchke. Great plays there by both teams. What really stood out to you there?
The way that the midfield was running up the midline and trying to not rush the pass. If they rushed the pass, I think they would have had a little error beforehand, but the way she did that was very well done.
Very well put. Being sent back up to Fosmoen. She's looking for her options. Moving back still, tries to move forward, passes to her teammate. Zoli now moving up with it, looking for an opportunity, calls for her teammates. Not able to get it there. Abby Rose now gets it taken away from her. I believe that might have hit
the ref.
The ref.
Ref's going to call that one.
Being sent up
by O'Connell.
Pylon sends it back towards midfield. It's going to be picked back up by Pylon. Pardon me, Homan. Britain's trying to advance as much as they can. That pass is blocked by Anderson. Rose now trying to do something with it. Jeske now getting pressured. She's moving up the line. It's her and Anderson. She sends it to the middle. Can't quite get a foot on it. And that's going to be a Bulldog throw-in. I believe that was sent out of bounds by either Abby Rose or Avery Campbell.
It's going to be a foul there. Little trip from behind on that throw-in.
I don't believe that one was very intentional. It was just bad placement by both players.
I agree. I think the ref's getting a little sketchy with the fouls here. He likes to be calling stuff. So far on the Britons.
High ball sent to midfield. Header by Rianne Locke. Bulldogs now dropping it back. Sends it forward. Pylon now gets it taken away from her. Britain's still advancing. It's a rush between Pylon and Campbell.
Campbell still going upfield.
Pylon right at her heels, trying to get the ball from her. Staying goal side, luckily. Forcing a chip shot out of bounds. Another goal kick for the Bulldogs. Lots of stamina there by Pylon. Very lucky she was able to stay with her. And that goal kick is going to keep going with Zoli. She's going to keep it going. Passes it over to Dake. She sends it midfield. Tries to get it to Fosmoen, and Fosmoen is just not able to get there. Just about half a second behind the ball. Goal kick for the Britons. What are you thinking when you see the back and forth between the Bulldogs here tonight?
It shows that both teams are very tough and working hard for that first goal on the night.
Here's the kick. Going to stay in Britain possession. O'Connell sends it up to her teammate. Sends it up even farther. That's going to be taken away by the Bulldogs. Sent high to midfield. Lots of pressure by the Britons.
Poor communication there.
Here's a breakaway chance. And the shot. And it's going to hit the sidebar. Oh, and the next shot's going to go out.
Just shy of the left post.
That first shot was taken by Avery Campbell. Just barely hit the left sidebar of the goal. And then a rebound shot Not sure who took that. Just a bit further left. Made it out of bounds. Here's the goal kick.
A little bit of a high kick there.
Not as much pressure as the Britons were hoping for there, but they're going to get the ball back here. Boot up by Quinn Notchke. Taken away, though. Bergeron sends it up. Olivia Algren. Back up middle field.
A little bit of a push there.
That's going to be a call against Homan. Grabbing on to Campbell. Very high kick up towards the goal. Bergeron sends it high and away. Holman not able to keep it at her feet. Gets it taken away. Shot. Blocked by Abby Tripoli. It gets sent away from the danger zone.
Dake letting that one go out of bounds. It's going to be a Bulldogs throw-in.
Almost thought that ricocheted off of a Bulldog, but apparently not. Here's the throw. No. Taking her time. Better option there. Maybe not. Gets swarmed by the Britons. Able to keep it with her is Pylon. And that's going to be another Bulldog throw-in. Just not able to get it away from that sideline. Connor, what do you think about that?
I don't really have an opinion on that one. Now it's going to be a Bulldog throw-in.
Just not able to get any possessions away from that line. I think the Britons are just keeping them there and keeping them steady.
Keeping them compressed for sure.
Absolutely. That's the best way to put it. Bit of a hard pass to another Bulldog. Well, they're going to break away with it. Another block by the Britons. Adrian not keeping their composure at the moment.
Nope, they're getting a little physical.
Here's a breakaway chance for the Britons. Shot attempt for Jeske, not able to make it. But here's another one by Kaznik. They get sent away. Fosmoen running for it.
It's going to be out of bounds.
Well, that's going to be a whistle blow. Britain ball. Unlucky placement by Fosmoen there.
Yes, I thought she was going to keep that ball in. Kicked off by O'Connell.
Zoli sends it high. Mograbi loses it.
Another Britain ball.
Campbell taking this throw. Sent back out by Huber. Britain's regaining control of it. Get it taken away, though. Oh!
That's going to be an unfortunate call right there. I think that was all ball. She was just trying to trap it into her foot.
Kelsey Zoli on the ground. Get an accidental kick to the head. Hope she's all right. That couldn't have felt good at all. Kick taken by Fosmoen. Bit of a breakaway chance here. Pardon me, that was not Fosmoen that took the kick.
Bergeron.
Thank you. Britain throwing, going far back. Algren now sends it up, gets it blocked. Almost tripping there, but the whistle is still going to be blown. That's going to be against Zoli. Kick is far. making it past the 20-yard line. Sent out of immediate danger. Now in possession of Homan. Sent up the taken up the right line. Now sent up the right line.
Alberts with that long kick.
That's going to be picked up by Natchke. She's taking her time, looking for a great opportunity. Rolls it to her defensive. Taken away by Fosmo, and she's got a breakaway chance here. She's running down the left side. And it's still in bounds. And now it's going to be a Bulldog throw-in. Not sure what's going on. I believe they just didn't have a ball. There it is. Here's a throw-in. Sent back. Shot to the middle. Just blocked by a Britain defensive woman. Being taken up by Locke. She passes it to her teammate. Gets it up. Breakaway chance by Jeske. She gets it past, but taken away. That's going to be a whistle.
It's a very physical game so far.
Kick being taken by Bergeron. Just under 25 minutes left in this first half. Still 0-0. Bulldogs and Britons. Being taken up towards the Britain goal. And that's going to be just a bit of a misinput by Kelsey Zoli. She had the intent. Natchke with the kick. Body blocked by Zoli. Fosmoen passes it to Dake. Shot blocked by the Britons. Rebound by Homan. She keeps it. Passes it to her teammate. She gets it taken away from her, but booted right back towards the Britons' goal by a Bulldog. Another boot. Locke now with the recovery. She passes it back. Back over to Locke. She's running with it. Taking her strides. Passes it up. Taking her time. It's now or never. There's the cross. It gets blocked. Victoria Pylon sends it out of bounds. Britain throw in. Very high ball. Locke. She heads it.
Going to be a corner. Taken from Abby Rose.
Very unlucky header there, Connor.
Yes. Yes, it was.
Here's the kick. High placement. And that's just going to get headed out by Quinn Natchke. What did you see that stood out to you in that corner kick there?
Natchke was definitely going up for that far post. Unfortunately, she was just a little high on that head.
I'm not sure if that could have been helped by her either. That placement was very high by that kicker.
Yes. Even if she dove, I still think it would have not hit the goal.
Mia Crawford getting it past the Bulldog defense, taking it down. Loses it with a bad pass. Now being ran down with Huber. Huber pulling out the fancy moves. Sends it to Zoli. She sends it up. Back to Zoli. She's making her way. Sends it up to Fosmoen. Can she get there? She's running for it. And the defense are going to make sure it gets out for another goal kick for the Britons. Lots of great opportunities here, Connor. Just not enough of them taken down like they need to be. What do you think about that?
I think it's the midfield's doing a good job trying to get it to the forwards, but I think that Britain's defense is holding their line to a standard, and I think that is working out for them.
I agree. Ball sent high by Jeske down towards the Bulldogs' goal. That's going to ricochet off of LZ Freeze for a Britain throw-in. Taken by Kasnick. Kasnick's throw gets taken away, but booted back to the center. Defense working hard to get it out of the danger zone. Locke now with the ball. She sends it. Not quite able to get it to O'Connell. And it's taken out of the goalie box again. Dake now taking her time. Bad pass gets it taken away from her. Back to Freeze. She sends it up. Up to Fosmoen. She's going to get there this time. But Kasnick right on her tail. Over to Dake. Dake tries to get it back to Fosmoen. No good. Britain goal kick. Great attempt there by the Bulldogs. Lots of back and forth and great communication.
Yes.
Seems like they kind of lost their standard for a bit, but they seem to be getting it back now.
I agree.
20 minutes left in this first half. Natchke taking her time with the goal kick. It's received by Jeske. She sends it even more forward. Lots of perseverance here by Abby Rose. Whistle's called. And it's going to be a Bulldog kick.
Nice defense there from Huber.
Absolutely. Using Abby's physicality to their advantage there, too.
Yes.
Bergeron sends it up. Headed. Jeske sends it high. Sent high again by Anderson. Britons now have the ball. Dropped it back.
Freeze forced her to go back, which allowed this ball to go out of bounds.
Absolutely. O'Connell tried to get it to Kasnick. Up to Fosmoen now with the throw-in. She gets it taken away by Kasnick. Sent out again. Another Britain throw-in. Going to be a bit of a lineup change now. Coming in for the coming in for the Britons is number 6, Olivia, Buckwitz. Going to be another throw-in, but this time for the Bulldogs. Anderson taking this one. She sends it in. Right to Dake. Back to Anderson. Send it up high. This is going to be a nice, good run for Zoli. She gets to it, looking for her options.
Zoli trying to make a move.
And that's going to ricochet off the Britons. Goal kick for the Bulldogs. Great opportunity here for the Bulldogs. What do they need to do here, Connor?
They need to figure out where they're passing to and make sure those contradict with a goal here, possibly.
I believe taking this goal kick for the Bulldogs is Dake. Here's the kick. And it's going to be a bit too far, but it gets sent back to the middle. But kicked back out by the Britons. Pylon sends it back in. Britons now have it. Lots of pressure by the Bulldogs, though. O'Connell now sends it.
Nice step there by Dake.
Pass to Ella Jeske, not successful. But it is going to lead into a Britain throw-in. Brooke McNabb taking it now. Anderson keeps it high, heads it back towards the field. Huber sends it. Tries to get it to Zoli. She's going to get it again. Sends it high towards the center. Mograbi not quite able to get there. She heads it back to the middle, though. Still with her. Zoli gets it sent back. Great run there by Pylon.
Anderson taking it up on the left side.
Anderson passes it up to Fosmoen. Fosmoen tries to get it past the defense, can't.
Crowd's not liking that one.
I believe that ball kicked out by the Britons Might have hit a fan in the stands.
I think you're right.
Throw in by Anderson. Sent back towards the center. That's going to get picked up by Natchke. She's analyzing the field. Rolls it to her defensive woman. She sends it up. Attempted pass to Buckwise. Not too good. Sent back up to the line. Intercepted by Quinn Natchke. Britton still contained possession. Taking it up, sent up. But I believe that's going to be just a bit too fast for the striker for the Britons. Another Bulldog goal kick. Revels with the kick. Has a good wind up. Deep breath. The approach. There's the shot. Bulldogs let it hit the ground. Dake heads it to her teammate. Holman now taking it up. Tries to send it up to her teammate. Gets blocked by the Britons. Buckwise now sends it up to Campbell.
Pylan containing that.
Campbell moving forward. Her pass is blocked by Holman. Holman sends it out. Back in Britton territory. Pardon me. Possession. Bulldogs send it out. Britton throw in. Just under 15 minutes left in this first half. Still 0-0 Bulldogs against the Britons. That's going to now be a Bulldog throw in. This will be taken by Pylon. I don't believe any of the current players have been switched out for the Bulldogs yet this half. Another Bulldog throw in. Dake gets it high, gets it above the Britton defense, but they send it back. That's going to be a really high kick, and that will be called by the refs.
Bulldog ball. It looks like it's going to be taken by Bergeron.
Looks like Bergeron is the designated woman tonight for most of these foul kicks. Here's the kick. Sent high and right towards the goal. Great nab by Natchke. Rolls it right down to Jeske. She sends it up. Intercepted by the Bulldogs. Anderson now loses it. Here's Jeske now with an attempt. She's breaking free. Sent it to the middle. No one there. Locke tries to get it. Gets it over to her teammate. They're dropping it back. Reanalyzing, taking their time. Ball sent over to Grace Halstead. She sends it up. Buckwise with the ball. She sends it wide. Campbell now taking it down the left side again. That's going to ricochet off of the Bulldogs, and it's going to be another corner kick.
Adrian's definitely doing a good job defending here. Even though it's allowing corner kicks, they're still preventing goals.
Seems like there's never a dull moment in this matchup, Connor.
Not so far, nope.
That's what we love to see here at ACTV. The placement. Right towards the middle. No receiving yet. And that's sent out of the danger zone. Booted right back in. And that's a great grab by Revels. Crowd very pleased by that play. Here's the replay. The second boot right back in the middle by Crawford. Luckily grabbed by Revels for the Bulldogs. Going back into live play, we're getting a Britton throw in. Sent over to Jeske. Sends it back to her teammate. Fosmoan almost able to take it away.
Looks like a ref's going to call something on that.
I don't believe so. I believe that's just a throw-in now.
Okay, yep.
Dake now with the reception. Sends it back out of bounds again. Britton throw-in. High ball. Headed by Locke. Kaznick now. Sends it back to her teammate. Quinn Natchke sends it over to the left side. Now taking it down. Buckwise with a breakaway. She's going to get it taken away, though. Free sends it out of bounds. Britton throw-in being taken by Campbell. She's taking her time, looking for any opportunity. Sees it. Sends it over the defense. Locke now with the attempt. Gets it swarmed by herself. That ball will be sent out by Riley Mograbi.
Throw-in taken in by Grace Holstead.
Kaznick tries to get it. Body blocked by Dake. Locke sent to the ground. Ball passed, but not enough momentum there by the Bulldogs. Sent to the center. Anderson with the interception. And that's going to be a call against the Bulldogs. Mia Crawford on the ground. Let's take another look at that. Right there. I believe that was just a bit of a overbody by Zoli there. But Crawford seemed to take it down to the ground. Kick taken by Algren. And it's going to go out of bounds for a Bulldog goal kick. Very emotional crowd we're seeing here tonight, Connor.
Yes, it's making the game very entertaining, as it already is.
Revels looking for her options. Looks like she's going to try to send it high over to Mograbi. Doesn't quite get it there. Mograbi now taking it.
Looking for Dake.
She gets swarmed by Brittons. That's going to be a Bulldog throw-in, though. Throw in over to Zoli. It gets deflected by Mia Crawford, sent out of bounds. Anderson taking this throw in. Back over to center field. Britton's intercepting. But that'll be taken away by Homan. Mograbi not able to keep her feet on it. But it'll be a throw-in with Anderson. She sends it in. Zoli now getting it past the defense. Here's the attempt, and it's just going to be over. That's going to be just through the football uprights. Not an extra point, though, Connor. Let's take a look at the replay. Zoli able to break free, gets it right past the defense, and just leans a bit too far back and sends it over the goal.
I think if she would have calmed down a little bit, didn't have all that pressure on her, I think she might have had some success there.
Shows the importance of keeping a level head during moments like these.
For sure.
Anderson heads it high. Goes for another one. Being taken away by Huber. Dake now. Looking for an opportunity. Lots of pressure being placed by the Brittons. Mograbi. Anderson tries to send it up. That's going to be deflected off of Dake. McNabb with the throw. Taking advice from her coach, she sends it in. Tries to get it to Campbell, not able to. Sent out of bounds by Buckwise. But that wasn't sent out of bounds by Buckwise. Britain throw in, sent into the box. Sent out of the danger zone now. Zoli with the ball once more. She's making it pass, keeps the ball to herself. Getting surrounded. She passes it. Mograbi now with the ball. She sends it towards the center. Deflected by the Britons. And that's going to be another misinput by Avery Kasnick.
Going to have a sub here. Alana Earl taking out Mograbi.
Anderson with the throw. Over the Britons' defense. Zoli tries to keep on to it. Anderson again. Back to Zoli. She keeps it. She's moving forward. Trying to get it around. Over to Dake now. She has the opportunity. Blocked by the keeper. And that's going to be grabbed by Romy Natchke. Able to block that first shot, but not grab onto it, but then scoops it up. Here's the replay. There's that first block. And then the grab right before the Bulldogs can get to it.
Earl was there just a little bit quicker. I think it might have been a goal.
That punt by Natchke sent high and then out of bounds for a Britain throw in. Locke with the head. She's sent to the ground. And that is going to be called.
From Dake. Trying to prevent that ball. Instead, uses her hands.
Bulldog crowd very unhappy with that call. Algren going to take the kick. Going to be placed at the 37-yard line. Ball is received by Campbell, but then sent out of bounds by Anderson. Britain throw-in taken by Campbell. It's high in the box. Locke tries to get a foot on it. She can't. Back to Campbell. Sent high again.
Brought out by Pylon.
Bella Beeman. I believe that. Yep, Beeman. A bit too afraid of that ball. Wasn't able to get contact onto it. Bulldog throwing right next to the corner. Left side of the goal. Locke heads it. Going to be a self-face kick by one of the Britons. Hope they're all right. Trying to get out of the danger zone. Fosmoen now with the ball. She's moving it forward. She's going, looking for an opportunity. She passes it to Dake. Dake moving it forward now. She passes it again.
Earl.
Earl now taking it up. Pulling out all the fancy footwork. She shoots. And it's just going to be grabbed by Natchke.
That was some beautiful moves there.
Let's look at it again. Lots of great back and forth. Here's the attempt by Earl. That was heading right for the top right corner. Great grab by the keeper.
Or as they call it in soccer, upper 90.
Sent back down to the Bulldog territory. Sent back to middle field. Algren sends it high. Earl sends it higher. Gets it over to Dake. Dake sends it high once again. She's trying to get it to Homan. Homan gets a shoulder on it. She keeps control. Pass it up to Fosmoen, pardon me. She just loses it. It's up to Campbell now. She gets a breakaway. She tries to get it in the center. That's going to be sent out of bounds.
Big corner there.
No whistle called there. Worried there might be a pile-up call. I know that's not a real call, but there was a bit of a pile-up there in the box. That would not have been good for the Bulldogs.
Looks like Avery Kasnick's going to take this corner for the Britons.
One minute, 42 seconds left in this first half. Still 0-0. Britons with the attempt for a goal here with a corner kick. There's a signal. She goes for it. Curving towards the center. Header goes the wrong way. It's going to be sent back in, though.
Just wide of the goal there. To the left. It's going to cause a goal kick.
So many great attempts by the Britons. What do you see as their biggest flaw here, though, Connor?
I would say that they aren't passing the ball directly to the right person.
I agree with that, especially with their placements for corner kicks, just not getting it where it needs to be. 1 minute left in this first half. Goal kick makes it to center field. Headed back towards the goal. Lots of headers here. Dake now with the ball. She's moving it around.
Looking to
Up to Earl. Earl being pressured. She sends it over to Pylon. Pylon sends it high. Locke takes it away from Dake. Campbell now sends it to the middle. It's intercepted by the Bulldogs. Huber now gets it taken away from her. Britons pass it back. Big boot towards the goal. And that's going to be grabbed out of the air by Revels. Sends it right away out to Earl. Earl keeps control of it. Lots of pressure. She drops it back to Anderson. Anderson's pass gets deflected. Attempt on goal by Avery Campbell. That's going to be picked up by Revels.
They're going to hold that ball to bring it to halftime.
And with that buzzer, like Connor just said, we're going to go right to halftime. At the end of the first half, tie game 0-0, Bulldogs and Britons. What's the biggest theme you've seen for each team here, Connor?
Both teams are doing defensively very well. Midfield, they're doing good jobs on passing. Just can't follow up with those shots that they've been given.
Very true, very true. We're going to go to a quick 15-minute intermission. We'll be right back with more Adrian College Soccer. Don't go away, folks. The game's still going.
firsts, lasts, and in-betweens. We're certainly not the last class to get a smile and a kiss from Bruiser walking across campus. We are never going to be the last class to begin our college careers by serving our local community and pursuing our passions. Above all else, come hell or high water, we will never be the last class to come to Adrian College and find a motivated and supportive community of students, faculty, and staff, and leave with the skills and tools needed to be inspiring industry leaders and professionals with high hopes and dreams for our bright futures ahead. The people and the experiences that we are most grateful for are the ones that will continue us on this upward path for the rest of our lives. In the spirit of gratitude, thank you to my fellow classmates for being a part of this community with me. Whether we spent most of these moments together or barely crossed paths, you contributed your gifts and talents to continue the legacy of this incredible community. Thank you for prioritizing the preservation of the Adrian College experience and for continually seeking to develop the institution's ability to develop both the knowledge in our heads and the care in our hearts.
Thank you to the roommates, friends, teammates, and peers who, although we have only known each other for 4 years, it seems impossible to think about being surrounded by anyone else in the coming weeks. We celebrated each other's accomplishments, became each other's biggest cheerleaders, and never let each other struggle alone. College has been called the most formative years of our lives, but I can say for certain that these last 4 years have included both the most amazing and most difficult moments of my life. One constant, however, is the support of my friends through it all. It is impossible to thank everyone who makes up our AC family. Together, you have each played an integral role in helping us achieve this momentous milestone.
And you be proud to be a graduate of Adrian College. It's a good day to be a Bulldog. Thank you, and congratulations to the class of 2023.
Today's students on the threshold of a magical time in your life, a time of significant growth and introspection, self-awareness, challenge, and opportunity. A time when you will always look back at and say, you know what? Those were incredibly special years. Never experienced before I arrived and never replicated after you leave college.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and soccer fans from all around the world. I am your host, Dakota Schneider, back here in Docking Stadium with my co-host, Connor. Tell us, Connor, what have we seen in this first half?
So it's been a very physical game here. We've had 6 fouls total from Adrian this first half, and then Albion had 8 fouls. This just shows you how physical this match is and how bad they really want this game. There's been 7 shots and then 5 shots on goal from Adrian, and 6 shots and 1 shot on goal from Albion, which shows that Adrian has had more possession closer to their goal in that first half.
Very true. Now, talk to us about all of these goal kicks and corner kicks that we've been seeing throughout the game.
So we've had quite a bit of corner kicks from the Britons. We've had 3. And then we've also only had 1 from the Bulldogs, which shows you that the Britons are getting closer to that goal. Also, it shows you that the Bulldogs are trying to prevent that goal from happening.
Very true, very true. Once again, very ecstatic crowd we have here in Docking Stadium. Everybody showing their pink, wearing their pink outfit tonight to show support against breast cancer. And here's the whistle. Starts out very strong. Britain possession. Moving up the field is Halstead. She loses it. Going to be a Bulldog throw-in. That'll be picked up by Zoli. And that's going to be sent far up. Tries to get it to Dake. She's sent onto the ground. No whistle there, surprisingly.
Yeah, that does surprise me. He's been calling everything else, but not that.
Very shocking. Zoli now taking her time. Looks for an opportunity. She passes it back. Pylon tries to send it up. That's going to stay in, kept in by Melanie Perny. But sent back out. Throw-in's going to be taken by Pylon. She rethinks her options. Looking now. Sends it down the line. That's headed and taken possession by Kasnick. Sent up into it. Now Dake is trying to take it out. Ball being moved forward. Header by Holman. That's sent out of bounds.
Should be a corner here for the Bulldogs. Going to be taken by Dake.
That'll be their second of the night. Lots of great opportunities taken earlier by the Bulldogs, but never really taken through. Let's see if they can do that now with Dake's placement. She's giving the signal. The approach. It's sent in, and that's going to be grabbed right out of the air.
She dropped it there for a second, then got right back on it.
In goal now for the Britons is Maddie Stanton. Far kick. She apparently likes to send it a lot farther than Natchke did. That'll definitely put a damper in the Bulldogs' plans. They're very used to that close-kept ball by Natchke. Britton's now taking it down the right side of the field towards the Bulldog goal. That's going to be a body block by Anderson. She doesn't realize the ball's still in. Ref's calling it a Britton throw-in, but there was a bit of a miscommunication.
I'm looking back at these first half stats. Possession total is very similar in both teams here.
Absolutely. I mean, it's a very close game if the score couldn't tell you enough. Bit of a missed pass there. Tried to send it up to Perny. Being dropped back. Quinn Natchke sending it to the keeper. Back over to Kasnick. She sends it to Natchke. That's sent out of bounds. Kasnick couldn't catch it quite soon enough. Throw-in is now being taken by Victoria Pylon. Ella Jeske right there in front of her. She sends it over the heads of the defenders. Sent to the center by Huber, not quite able to get it there. Sent over the goal now. High head. And that's going to be out of bounds. Going to be a goal kick for the Britons. Motioning to her team to send it forward down Bulldog territory. This will be another long one.
Through midfield.
With the attempt for a possession by Perny, she's going to lose it, going out of bounds. And pardon me, folks at home, I believe now actually Romy Natchke is now in the goal box, and earlier was Maddie Stanton. Pardon me. It's going to get through the legs of Victoria Pylon. She's going to keep it going. Dropped back to the defenders. Blocked by the Britons. Bit of a high ball. And Kasnick is going to block the Bulldogs from being able to keep that in. Throw in. Bulldogs now have it. Zoli now taking it. She passes it. Back to Zoli. She's moving it forward. Big pass to Perny. She's going down the right line. Kasnick tries to take it away from her, and that's going to be ricocheted off of Dake. Kasnick taking the throw for the Britons. Throw goes right over to Jeske. Gets sent back out again. Kasnick with another throw. Locke heads it. Sends it right to the feet of Homan. Whistle called. That's going to be a Briton ball. Going to be right at the 40-yard line.
Like it's going to be taken by Abby O'Connell.
O'Connell takes the kick, sends it high. Big header by Anderson. Sent back up into Bulldog territory. Campbell now making her way down the right side. With two Bulldogs on her. She sends it to the middle. Nobody there to receive it.
Tries to kick it up field and gets stopped by Jeske.
That shot was taken by Jeske, yes, and it was once again picked up by Revels. Revels with the kick. Makes it to midfield. Kasnick sends it up. Jeske gets it over to Buckwise. Back to Kasnick. Kasnick going to take the throw here. She gets it up to Buckwise. She's on the floor. Over to Zoli now. She has to brace herself. Locke making her way through. Just kept in bounds with those fancy feet by Jeske. She keeps it going down the line. Pardon me. Rose takes it down the line. She tries to get it sent to the middle, but it's going to spin out for a Bulldog goal kick. Revel's already getting a lot more action than she did at this point in the first half. The approach. She sends it low. Gets taken away by Crawford. She's moving up. She sends it
to Jeske.
Jeske takes the shot to the center. And that's blocked by Homan, sent out of bounds. Another Bulldog goal kick. This will not be taken by Revels. This will make it to center field. Received by Earl. Sent up. Perny now with the breakthrough. She's getting it through. Gets it past the defender.
Keeps it in bounds.
No longer in bounds. And that's going to be a goal kick for the Britons. Lots of breakaways here tonight, but nobody able to follow through with it. Natchke sends it to her defensive woman. Lots of change in possession. That'll be a Bulldog throw-in. Throw-in over the defense. Another Bulldog throw-in. Here's a really high one. Dake trying to keep possession of it, but just can't. Gets surrounded by Britons. This throw will be taken by Grace Halstead. She sends it right to O'Connell. O'Connell gets it taken away. Sent up. Anderson will take the throw in for the Bulldogs. Sends it right forward to Dake. She can't get it yet, but she gets a head on it. As she sends that up right close to the goal post, but it'll be out of bounds for a Britain goal kick. Natchke motioning for her players to go downfield. This will be a far one. Lots of spin on that ball. That'll be headed by the Bulldogs. That's going to be a handball against Leah Holman. Pardon me, Leah Holman. Kick taken by O'Connell. She sends it high and far. Locke with the header to keep it going. But that's going to be guarded by Sam DeKunik. Pardon me. Britain throw-in taken by Kasnick. She sends it towards the goal. Gets blocked by the defenders. Sent up now.
Good defense there by the Bulldogs.
Earl now making a run with it for the ball. She sends it to Dake. Dake heavily pressured. She drops it back. Zoli now with the ball. She's making her way across center field. She's moving up. Big pass blocked by Kasnick. Going to be re-received by Pylon. She's going to let it go out for a throw-in. Gives it right away to Zoli. Zoli moving with it. Going past the 30-yard line. Seeing how she's going to get around. Over to Dake. She sends it over to Perny. Perny sends it to the middle. And it's just going to be caught by Romy Natchke. Great offensive play there by the Bulldogs.
And that was a beautiful cross as well. Just unfortunately wasn't able to get that up
Let's
high
take a
enough.
look at it here. Dake sends it over to Perny. And she has a great cross right to the middle. But Natchke just gets there too soon. Back in play here. It's a fight for possession. It gets sent towards the Britain goal. It's a fight between Kasnick and Perny. Perny keeps it inbounds. Sends it up to Jeske. Gets blocked up to Dake now. She's moving it forward. In the goal box. She tries to cross it around. Shot.
Handball. Should have been
That's
a
gonna be a-
handball. Ref did not call a handball on that.
Going to be a missed call by the ref.
Down for...
Here's the replay. We can see it here. Just hits, I believe, hit the hand of Brooke McNabb.
Now we have an injured player for the Britons.
Yep, we do have an injured player. So we're going to go to a quick break here. Stay tuned, folks. We'll be back in just a little bit.
If there was one word I was going to use to describe the Communication Arts program at Adrian College, it would be unique. Students find themselves on the radio, in front of and behind the camera, and directing their own programs. Students learn in a personalized environment that sets them up for a world of opportunities. Are you ready for your moment in the limelight? Learn more about the Rush Communications Center and Adrian College's communications program by visiting adrian.edu today.
We're back here, folks. That's going to be injured player Abby O'Connell now walking off the pitch. She's walking on her own, so hopefully she's able to have a quick recovery from that. She'll be taken to the bench. Not sure if we'll be seeing her for the rest of the evening. Crowd here in Docking Stadium very upset about the missed handball call. I don't believe any of the refs had a view of it. There's some discussion between the Britons coach and the referees. 33-25 left in today's game. No handball going to be recalled. It's just going to be a goal kick for the Britons. So we'll move forward from here. Here's the kick. That's going to be a missed header by Zoli, but it's going to be rebounded by Perny. Perny is now on the ground.
This is getting a very physical. No call on that.
This game is just going to keep increasing in the physicality here unless a call is made. Jeske now sends it up to Kasnick. She has a breakaway, but it's kept in bounds.
Great hustle there by Pylon.
Absolutely. Great boot out of the danger zone by the Bulldog defense. Jeske going to take the throw. Sent over to Algren. Locke now with it. That's going to be sent out of bounds by Elise Freeze. Very, very emotional crowd here. Lots of angry spectators, but the game's a game.
I think it was ever since that handball.
Absolutely. Britain's now taking it back, but they lose it. Dake now with an opportunity. She's going to keep it going. It's going to be taken away from her. But Perny's going to get it back. Pass back up to Perny by Dake. And that's going to be no call by the goal or by the refs. Perny now sends it to Dake with a throw in. Very close in the Britain danger zone. Sent into the center. Nobody there to receive it, though. And that's going to result in another goal kick taken by Romy Natchke. Let's take a look at this again. So Dake has possession of it here. And just a blatant cross right into the middle. What do you think of that, Connor?
I think she should have kept it a tad longer.
That's going to be deflected by a Bulldog. Going back out of zone, out of bounds again. Another goal kick for the Britons. Going to be a close pass to the defense. Over to Kasnick. Deflected. Perny keeps it going, but she's going to get it taken away. Rose now sends it to Kasnick. Intercepted by the Bulldogs. Dake trying to get up to it. She's keeping that pressure onto it. That's going to be sent out of bounds by Quinn Natchke. Bulldog throw-in taken by Perny. What do you think's going through Perny's mind right now?
A lot of stress.
She analyzes her options, sends it into the box. Headed out by the defense. Kasnick sends it up to Jeske. Jeske moving it around, drops it back. Kasnick sends it back up, but it's going to be booted back towards the goal by Pylon, sent out of bounds. Kasnick with the throw. Kasnick being sent backwards to the proper location of the throw-in.
She's trying to creep up, get a couple more yards on it.
That was a big creep up, though.
Yeah.
Taken down the field by Rose. Headed out of bounds. Kasnick with another Britain throw-in. Pylon tries to get it. Locke now with the ball. Gets it over. Jeske not quite able to keep it in bounds. Pylon is going to take this throw in. Waiting for a better opportunity. Passes it right to Zoli. Back to Pylon. That's going to be just a bit out of bounds. Right ideas, though. Kasnick taking it again. Sent right through two Bulldogs. I believe that's Buckwise. That's going to get it past the defense for the Britons. Dake's going to pass it up. Perny now making it her attempt. Looking for an opportunity to send it to the middle. Passes it back a little bit to Dake. Dake takes a shot. It's going to be just grabbed by Natchke.
Dake was able to overcome that 2v1 and able to pass that to the right side, which led to a cross.
Abby Rose now taking it downfield. She's being pressured by Huber. Rose passes it to another striker. She's moving it forward towards the center. Zoli sends it out, but it gets blocked by her own teammate. Sent up to Dake. Dake takes it to the side. Over to Perny now. She's taking her time. Back to Dake. Sent up into the air. Here comes Pylon. It's only her and the keeper, and it's just going to be a bit high. So many attempts here by the Bulldogs. Lots of breakaways, great attempts, but just can't follow through. Let's take another look. What do you see here, Connor?
Right there, she should have cut back, passed it back, which probably could have led to a 1v1 with the goalie.
Lots of adrenaline going in those kind of moments. Here's the kick. Zoli now keeps it down, but it's going to be taken by Natchke, Quinn Natchke. Anderson gets it up to Zoli. Zoli gets it taken away, but now Anderson has the ball. She's taking her time, getting pressured. She sends it up. Earl looking for a receive there, but not able to get it. Out of bounds again. Now a Bulldog throw in. Changes to the lineups now. Now coming in for the Britons is number six Olivia Buckwise. And also coming in for the Bulldogs is Fosmone and Mograbi. Very high throw in. Not able to get it over the defense. Pressure still kept. Zoli now making her way. She doesn't pass it. She keeps it, taking her time, trying to get a better opportunity. Sends it over to Pylon. She sends it up to Dake. Ball gets sent up to Mograbi. And that's going to be blocked by Quinn Natchke to go out of bounds for another goal kick by the Britons. So much of this first half kept in Britain territory. Natchke now calling for her players to go down. She's going to send this one. Here's the kick. Zoli going for it. She steadies it a little bit. Sends it up a bit. Fosmoen and Dake gets it past them. Britain's now taking it down the right side. Deflection by the Britons, going to keep it sent up. Defense now has it for the Bulldogs. Ball sent up to Mograbi.
Mograbi was looking for Dake.
Great rebound by the Britons. They're going to keep possession. O'Connell now taking it down. She sends it up.
Big kick from the Britons there.
Bergeron now with the header. Ball sent up to Mograbi again. Deflected off of Mia Crawford for the Britons. Going to be a Bulldog throw in. Pylon taking it now. It's still kept in by Dake. Kaznick now sends it back. They're going to take their time. McNabb looking for her options. Ball's going to be pressured. Holman now trying to get it. Sent far and out of bounds. Bulldog throw in. Pylon taking it once again. Sent up to Dake. That's going to be a body from the back from Kaznick, and that's going to be another whistle. Bulldog ball.
Pylon taking, it's going to be Bergeron taking that kick for the Bulldogs.
Just under 24 minutes to go left in this game. Still tied 0-0. Adrian against Albion. That's going to be a center right into the box. Nobody can take a shot on it. Dake now with the recovery. She's not able to get to it. Back to Pylon. She sends it back in. Shot on goal. And that's a great grab by Romine Natchke.
That was beautiful kick and beautiful placement by Pylon.
She throws the ball up towards the center of the field. Going back towards middle field. Zoli passes it to Dake. It's intercepted, though.
When you're passing it through the midfield like that, it's always risky to do that kind of pass.
Kasnick sends it up to Jeske. Jeske doesn't get there in time. Dake now running for it, trying to keep it in bounds. That's going to be sent out by Quinn Natchke. Dake giving it off to Pylon. She'll take another throw for the Bulldogs. She makes the short throw to Homan. She gets it taken away from her. Crawford now with the ball. She's moving it back, making space for herself, passes it back to her keeper. She boots it. She gets the ball over to Jeske. Lock. Back over to Kasnick.
Beautiful pressure there by Dake, allowing the ball to go out of bounds.
Kasnick is going to ricochet it off of Dake for a throw in for herself. Jeske sends it back towards more of the middle. Homan tries to get to a teammate, but she's not able to. Halstead now making a run for it. She passes it up. Tries to get it up to Campbell. Campbell is not able to get there. Bulldog throw in all the way up by the 5-yard line. There's the throw right by the corner. That's going to be another Bulldog throw in. One of the few times during this half that we've seen the ball in Bulldog territory. What do you think about that, Connor?
Shows that Britain's actually been stepping it up, doing better on their defense, and allowing better pressure.
Actually, that was a kick that the Bulldogs took, and that went straight back out of bounds. That'll be a throw-in by the 20-yard line for the Britons. It's in. Kept in by Buckwise. Sent back out. Britain throw-in once again. This will be taken by Halstead. Pardon me, actually, it'll be taken by Campbell. It's in the box. Sent out of the box, pardon me. Zoli now making her way with it. She's pressured and deflected off of O'Connell.
Gonna be a Bulldog ball by Anderson.
Zoli. Actually, no, that was Fosmoen. Back to Bergeron. She sends it up to Fosmoen. Ball is kept in by O'Connell. Being dropped back to McNabb. Back to the keeper. They're taking their time. Trying to reorganize themselves. Back to McNabb. Back to Natchke. She's dribbling it. She sends it over to Quinn Natchke. That's going to be a missed pass. Throw in now for the Bulldogs. This will be taken by Pylon. Pylon very clearly exhausted, looking for opportunity. She throws it far. Up to Zoli. It's headed by the Britons. Zoli now with the possession. Dake sends it to the middle. Big chip up. And that's just going to hit the crossbar. Doesn't quite get caught by the keeper. Still in bounds. Another shot.
Good kick by McNabb, allowing a corner kick.
Let's
for the Bulldogs.
Take another look at it. That just barely touched the goal post. Another shot deflected by McNabb, giving the Bulldogs their third goal kick of the night. There's the signal. The placement. Headed towards the goal. Not quite in yet. Kept out. And that's going to be booted way far out of the danger zone by Elajeski. Bulldogs try to send it back. Not quite able to. Zoli now sends it up to Dake. Dake can't get there. Britton throw in. Kasnick with the throw. Dake heads it. Over to Pylon. It gets sent high. Pardon me, that was Bergeron that it was sent to.
Pylon with another throw in.
She's hesitant. Looking for another option. She sends it high. Dake can't quite get to it. Zoli keeps it in. Over to Dake. Back to Zoli. She sends it to the middle.
No one there.
Miscommunication by the keeper and the defense. And that's going to be an attempt. Kept in bounds. Lots of confusion on the pitch. Pylon lets it out for a throw in.
No one knows what happened in
Let's
that
take another
play.
look. It looks like Zoli was tripping over Natchke. Pylon with the throw. She gets it to Mograbi. Back to Pylon. She sends it up. Deflected by the defense. Back out of bounds. Pylon will throw again. Telling her teammates to go up. She sends it up to Dake. Dake doesn't get there. Sent back out by Kasnick. Pylon once again. Tries to get it up to Zoli. Can't quite get it there. Holman with the recovery. She keeps it. Sends it up to Dake. Dake taking her time. Needs to do something with it. She sends it up. Sent out of the danger zone by the Britons. Sent over to the goal. And scooped up by Natchke. She's walking with it. She is taking her time. And motioning for her teammates to go down the field. Big kick. Making its way past the center field line. Locke now with it. She's pressured. Gets it taken away. Booted back down the pitch by Bergeron. Halstead now has it. Pressured by two Bulldogs. That's kicked out of bounds. Bulldog throw in. Must have ricocheted off of the Briton. It's up to Fosmoen. She passes it back. Sent back up again. Goes just out of bounds. This will be thrown in by Halstead.
Going to be a substitution here.
Abby Rose now coming in and replacing Rianne Locke. This will be the first time Locke has been on the bench. Just 15 minutes left in today's game. Adrian Bulldogs and Albion Britain still tied 0-0. Very intense matchup here tonight. It's getting sent back towards center field. Very high header. Gets just over the head of Homan. Sent back up. Booted back towards the Bulldog goal. McNabb with the header that keeps it going back towards the goal. It's going to be picked up by Natchke. She's taking her time. Big kick. Center field. Jeske not able to get a foot on it. Bulldogs now have it. Pylon sends it up to Zoli. She loses it. Jeske making a run for it. Sent out of bounds by Pylon. And here comes Kasnick for yet another throw-in. The throw is in. Pylon heads it. Just kicks it out. Kasnick with another throw. Sends it up to Jeske. Trying to get through the defense. Pylon taking her ground. Gets it over to the middle. Zoli now receiving the pass from the Britons. She's running her way up. She's heavy pressure. tries to send it up, can't get it to one of her teammates. Fosmoen tries the rebound, not able to. Back to Zoli. Over to Dake. Dake getting it around the defense. Kasnick still pressuring her. Kasnick able to block that one. That's going to roll out of bounds for another Bulldog corner kick. This will be taken by Dake. Just under 13 minutes left. Will there finally be a goal on the scoreboard? Crowd very pumped here in Docking Stadium. Lots to be excited about. Here's the kick. It's up. It's still free, and it's sent out of the goal box. Possession now. Back with Campbell. Campbell's going to be sent to the ground, but it's going to be sent out of bounds for a Britain goal kick. Throw-in is good. Britain still have the ball. Tried to send it wide, weren't able to. Zoli now has it again. Over to Fosmoen. She's looking to see what she can do, moving it up ever so slightly. Passes it up, loses it. McNabb now with the ball, making her way up the field. She passes it over to Rose. It gets booted by the Adrian defense.
That's going to go out of bounds.
That'll now be a Britain throw-in. Fosmoen keeps it inbounds, gets it over to Zoli. Zoli still pressured. Crawford sticking her ground, trying to get the ball. There's Dake. She's trying to send it to Pylon, can't quite. Pylon gets it anyways. She gets it around the defender, keeps it inbounds. She's making a break for her off the right side. She sends it to the middle. She gets it over to her teammate. Mograbi sends it back to Dake. Up to Pylon. It's deflected, set back towards the Adrian defense. Great rush by Buckwise. Not able to get there. This will be an Adrian throw-in. It'll be
taken by Freese.
Up to Zoli. She gets it up to Mograbi. Just gets it out of bounds. Bulldog throw-in. Pylon will take this one. Pylon's looking. She sees it. Over to Mograbi. Mograbi pressured. Back to Pylon. Pylon moving it around. Fancy feet. Just sent out of bounds by Abby Rose. Another Bulldog throw-in. She sends it right to Huber. Huber gets it over the heads of the defense. Not able to quite contain it. Able to send it back a little bit by Halstead. That'll be out of bounds. Right next to the corner.
It'll be another throw-in taken by Dake.
Dake looking around. Pylon moving up for a possible reception. She sends it to Pylon. Gets pressured by Jeski. Back over to Dake. She gets it around. Doesn't keep it though. Buckwise now with the ball. It's over with Abby Rose. She sends it up. Now in possession of Campbell. She's moving her way up the line. Going further, trying to get it on. Shot on goal. That's going to be caught by Gabrielle Revels. Great breakaway there. Let's take another look at it. Campbell making her way up, trying to get past the defense. Clear shot on goal. Here's the kick back at center field now. Zoli now with the ball. She's making her way up. Passes it up to Dake. Dake's running for it. She's going to get there, but she's pressured by two Britons. Sent out of bounds.
Another Bulldog throw-in.
Quinn Natchke quick to get it out of bounds just to make sure Dake can't get it to the center. Dake gives it to Zoli. Zoli pressured. She sends it to the middle. A bit too far. Fosmoen's going to run for that, but she's not able to get to it. Throw-in is being taken by Grace Halstead. So much action going on. That's going to be an accidental block by Fosmoen right to the head. Bulldogs block it. Back in their possession. Keeping it up. Huber now with the ball. Zoli giving her a motion. Passes a little bit deflected by the Britons. Not quite able to get where it wants to. Huber now with the ball again. She loses it just. Getting sent back. Big header by Freeze. Big pressure there by the Britons from Abby Rose. Very possible for that to be a call, but it wasn't. Dake now with the ball going towards the danger zone for the Britons. She takes a shot on goal, and it's just caught by Natchke. 7 minutes, 39 seconds left in today's game. Still no goals. She takes the kick. Going past center field. Sent back that way by Huber. That's going to be a Britain throw-in.
Going to be another substitution. Lotchkey going in for Rose.
Throw-in is made to the Britons. Lock back in. She gets it. She gets it up to Campbell. Campbell making her way up the right side, moving towards the center now. Shot deflected by the defense. A Briton is on the ground. That's sent out of bounds. 2 Britons on the ground now. No calls being made there. Just a Bulldog goal kick.
Britain coach is not happy on that call there.
There's the kick. It's intercepted by Rose. She still has the ball. She's making her way up. She passes it up to Campbell. Campbell taking her time. She passes it towards the center, towards Locke. Locke not able to get it. Fosmoen blocks it, sends it up into the visitors' stands. Britain's very quick to get that back in. McNabb now sending it back. Actually, now it's to McNabb. Over to Natchke. She's taking her time. Passes it back to McNabb again. Over back to Natchke. She's taking her time. Gets it up to Kaznick. She's making her way up. Pressure by Dake. She's still got the ball. Dake tries to get it. Natchke gets it back. Shot on goal. And a great recovery from Rebels.
I think that all led to Dake's hustle back.
Rebels with the kick. She sends it far. Received by Halstead. And it goes over her, actually. Natchke sends it out of bounds. Great pressure there by McNabb, making sure that her teammate can get there to kick it out of bounds. The throw is in. McNabb sends it back out of bounds. Fosmoen with the throw in. She's looking. Still looking. Sends it in. Gets it over to Hallman. Dake now tries to get it. Intercepted by Kaznick. Hallman now with the ball again. She gets it taken away from her by Crawford. Crawford still with the ball. Lots of pressure on her. She gets it up. Campbell now sends it up. Taking it back now. Booted up. Jeske now gets it a bit high up in the air. Locke. She gets it up. And Avery Campbell's not quite able to get there yet.
It's going to be a Bulldogs throw in.
Pylon once again. She's looking for her options. Gets it up to Dake. Dake cornered. She kicks it out of bounds. She had no choice. Britain throw-in. Actually, no, Bulldog throw-in now. She gets it high. Kaznick heads it. Fosmoen with the hustle. She grounds it, taking her time. Gets it over to Dake. Dake now wondering, what should she do? She gets it around Kaznick. She's making a break for it. They're both on the ground. Kaznick gets up, kicks it out of the danger zone. Pylon able to keep it out. She's going to take the throw.
I was surprised the ref didn't call a push or a foul on that last play.
Very true. Lots of pressure by the Britons here on Mograbi. It's sent back to Pylon. She sends it up to Mograbi, but it's not where she wants it to go. That's out of bounds. 3 minutes left in today's game. I'm your host, Dakota Schneider, here with Connor. So much going on here, Connor, tonight. It's incredible. What's the biggest thing you've noticed here tonight?
That both teams are doing very well on possession, defense, and their goalkeepers today are blocking everything. They're doing an amazing job.
Absolutely. It's up to Zoli. She's taking a look around, up to Dake now. Dake drops it back to Pylon. She does the fancy feet. She gets it up, but it's intercepted by O'Connell. Sent out of bounds now. Britton throw in. Taken once again by Kasnick. Thrown up to Campbell. Big body by Crawford. She keeps the possession. Up to Jeske. Taken away from her. Fosmoen now with the ball. She keeps it steady. Booted up towards the goal. Natchke sends it out towards midfield. Zoli now with the ball again. Pressured by Locke.
Looking for Dake.
Gets it up to Dake, but it goes too far out of bounds.
It's going to be a Britton's throw in.
Dake now with the ball. She sends it to the middle. Fosmoen just there, but not able to get to it. Great pressure by Halstead there. And that's going to be called a goal kick. Lots of disappointed fans with that call.
Yes. Getting even more intense as the final minutes roll down.
Long kick going for the center field. Locke now has it. She's trying to get it past. Gets it taken away from her. Freeze now with the ball. Just under 1 minute left in today's game. Still a tie game at 0-0. Britton throw in now. Down to 50 seconds. It's thrown in. Kicked out of bounds once again by Freeze. Britons keep moving it down with the throw-ins. Everybody in a huge rush to get where they need to be. It's rush hour here in Docking Stadium.
Each team's looking for that final goal.
30 seconds left. Bulldogs now take possession. Zoli moving it up. She sends it up to Dake. It's going to be just too fast for her. Sent out of bounds. Bulldog throw in.
Natchke's going to get to that throw in.
Natchke's going to take it real quick. 15 seconds left. Dake with the header. Sends it over to Mograbi. Mograbi gets it back to Zoli. Sent out of bounds by the Britons. Dake with the ball. She tries to throw it in. Mograbi has it. Dake with the shot. And it just goes out of bounds. And that's going to do it for this matchup here in Docking Stadium. The Adrian College Bulldogs against the Albion College Britons, ending in a tie 0-0. Connor, any final thoughts for this matchup tonight?
Each team did an amazing job defensively and offensively. Both teams were even in corner kicks, but it was a very intense game with lots of fouls from each team, which is what you'd like to see here on ACTV.
Absolutely. Well, we would both like to thank all of you folks for tuning in at home. Once again, I am Dakota Schneider, your host for this evening. From all of us here at ACTV, we would like to thank you once again, and have a great night, folks. Take care.
continue to take pride and learn from Asa Mahan's leadership today. 161 years of commitment to harnessing the power of creativity, ingenuity,